everyone! I wish you all a happy new year and welcome back to my channel Isabites. For the first video of 2022, I will talk about a school project where I designed a character. I hope you like it! For this particular project, the teacher gave us multiple opera to read. It was long. Well, we had to choose one of them, one of the characters, and design it as if it was for a cartoon company. I decided to choose the opera Miss Butterfly because I love Japanese culture and it will really help me with inspiration. So I really wanted to draw Miss Butterfly. The opera talks about the story of a young Japanese lady who fell in love with a lieutenant named Pinkerton. He is from the US. États-Unis, les amis. Well, yes, he marries her because he desires her, but he didn't fall in love with her. And then he was called back to America and Butterfly waited for him for years. But he then came back to Japan with a new American wife. So imagine how the girl was devastated. She was so sad that she ended her life. What a happy story, huh? For this project, we used cans and tracing paper, a sketchbook, cans and marker paper, eraser, a pencil. We also use a high-tech point pilot 0.5. And let's not forget the most important one, Photoshop! In order to have clear ideas of the design I wanted to achieve, I made this mind map. The main keywords that I saved were young, naive, kind, Japan, cherry blossom, kimono, sadness. To help me get even more inspiration, I did this image research. Each of them comes from Unsplash.
By doing the image research, I was looking for the atmosphere that my character will give. So it isn't necessarily something that I will copy on my project, but most of a mood, the atmosphere, you get it. So as you saw in my keywords, I am looking for cherry blossoms designs, young ladies, everything of that could inspire me for my character. It can also help me to get my color palette for later.
In graphic design, we have some kind of inspiration routine where we will do multiple mind maps, multiple brainstorms, mood boards, image research. So I will talk about my school projects in the future in my channel. So if you see one of these processes once again, don't be surprised. As the teacher asked, me and my classmate made 20 thumbnails per character. To be clear, one character, 20 thumbnails. The second character, 20 thumbnails, because we had to choose two characters, make 20 thumbnails for each of them, and then choose our favorite one so that we could create the final piece. So one character will be the chosen one.
As our teacher explained, the purpose of doing thumbnailing is finding a strong silhouette who will give more value to the character. There are very good examples in Google, but for me it was so hard. It was the first time I worked in such little size. So this is the result for me. It took me so long, almost all night. Well, 20 thumbnails for two characters, that's kinda long. But guess what happened next morning? Oh my god.
I even had to start again in class till I was satisfied with this one. When I choose the right one, I took a picture of it and enlarged the size in the computer in order to print it and do the cleaner version. That cleaner version is my final sketch.
Welcome to the step of adding the final sketch to Photoshop. Now it is really important to change the type of layer, the opacity, so like that this sketch won't hide the colors. Okay, now before moving to the flat colors, it's very important to first go to the background and add one color. It will be more easy like that. Once we have our flat colored background, we are ready to move on to the colors. Just make sure to know which one of them you want to use if one day you will be doing a similar project to this one. To add the texture, I simply use the wand again. Then I selected a part of the kimono, the face. When I did that, I added the photo of the texture that I chose on Unsplash, and then I did a clipping mask. Now, my tip is, you should use multiple types of layers and multiple texture to harmonize them and make it look better, realistic, and softer. As you can see, that's exactly what I did in order to create a beautiful and realistic fabric for my kimono. Well, I was really happy with the results, and that was my secret special touch to my project. So I didn't just add texture to my kimono, I usually did it for the hair and the skin. Then, when the texture was ready, I was really happy to move on to the shadows and the lights. I don't know if I already told you, but that's especially my favorite part of every project. As you can see here, I hid and showed multiple times the layers of shadow and light so you could see the difference. After the shadows and light, I was ready to the final touch, the background. Honestly, I didn't have much time to work on it, so I did really simple stuff here. Just adding a kind of aura with a brush, and then I could say that's probably it. I wanted to do a curvy aura because if I did a flat one, it will be too flat since my character is already 2D and not so much 3D. I don't know if you can understand what I'm saying. Now, in the example that the teacher gave us, he did a kind of white liner doing the contour of the character, so I tried to do that, but honestly I don't really like it. So yeah, I think it will be something interesting to improve in the future, make a smoother one. This is the final result.
The things that were appreciated in my project were the dynamic of the pose, the colors, pink and blue, and the texture. I was very happy for that because it was one of the key elements that will be evaluated on the project. What I really wish to improve in my project is the background. I do not have much time left to do it, so I couldn't let my perfectionist side pop out. What I really can say is I spent a lot of time on the textures, and that's why I feel like I achieved that part of the project, but the background wasn't much work as I did on my texture. So that's why I really want to work on it for the future. So now I'll go work on my project to improve it. Thank you for watching my video. If you love, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, to subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye!